Hi, this is Max Ewing, and I'm interviewing Mr. Colonna and how he's been dealing with this coronavirus and how he's kind of going through life right now. How are you, Mr. Colonna?
I'm doing good. We're almost at the end of this, just a few
I
more
know.
weeks, and we'll be at the end. So it was weird. It was like it was crawling by, and now it feels like it's flying by. So it's
Oh
weird.
yeah, totally, totally. I can see the end in sight, so it's good.
Yes.
How have you and your family been doing during this whole Corona thing?
Yeah, so I have three little girls at my house. I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So the 1-year-old
Mhm.
has no idea. Everything's the same. The 3-year-old still doesn't understand why we can't go to the park. She kind of asks like once a week.
Yeah,
And then my 5-year-old, we're trying to do kindergarten at home, and she misses her kids like her friends like crazy. And so last week, it was like they do a different letter every week, so it was the
yeah.
letter V. And so I was like, Skylar, can you think of a word that starts with the letter V? And she was like, virus. And she put her head down, and we didn't even teach her that. So it's just like, this is the world my 5-year-old's living in. So we're okay. I mean, it's really great for me. I get to be home with my girls more than I normally get to. So that's
Yeah.
fun. But there's a little bit of a cabin fever, kind of stir crazy. Can't wait to just go out and do things. And so we're doing okay, but ready for things to be back to somewhat
Oh yeah,
normal.
totally. It's been bittersweet for me and my family too, because my dad's a teacher, so it's nice
Oh,
seeing him
yeah.
like every day, him being home. But then again, I'm like, I want to get out, shoot hoops with my
Oh,
friends,
I know.
go back to school, yeah, all that stuff. How has your teaching approach been since this Corona has gone, like it's made school go online?
Yeah, so I actually got my master's degree entirely online. And so I kind of knew how online school went to some extent, obviously a different level of degree. But
Mhm.
what I've tried to do is just really, I feel like the plus of this craziness is that there's a little bit more flexibility, and that I feel like if a kid's trapped at home, I want them to have the flexibility to do stuff when they want. So instead of having me, do 90-minute lessons every other day where you have to watch me, I've basically just been recording all my lessons, working on a whiteboard with my voice over top so kids can watch it when they want, and they can pause it, and they can try problems on their own. And I think that's been going pretty well. I actually really love our weekly meetings just because I get to see kids' faces. I teach because
Mhm.
I love being with people
Yeah,
your age. And so that's been a bit of a bummer. I kind of wish I got more of that, but I also don't want to make people have to do, busy work for no reason. So
yeah,
I'm
totally.
trying to cover the stuff that is most important for my kids to
Mhm.
get before they move into next year. I teach senior apologetics, so I'm just trying to make sure we hit the most important stuff, make the most of every minute, and then just wherever we get to is as far as we could get, and I'll feel good about it.
Yeah, and what about the C schedule? How does that like? Does that
Oh
help you
yeah,
a
so
lot?
that's no, so that's nice. So for me, what I do and what I've been able to do is I have a lot of students, especially in apologetics class, who want to ask questions.
Yeah,
And
totally.
before, it was really hard to coordinate a time to meet with the kids who had really
Mhm.
serious biblical questions. So, last Friday I had 2 or 3 of those meetings. So that was really
Mhm.
nice to do. And really, what I've been doing is I basically just spend all day Friday, unless I have a meeting, recording everything for the next week. So it kind of makes
Oh,
it so the
yeah,
next
that's
week's a little
nice.
smoother for me. So I've enjoyed that Friday C day for sure.
Yeah, totally. So have I. What have been some activities that you've been trying to do to like break up the monotony of this
Oh, yeah.
not being
So
able to see anybody else?
Yeah, so that's tough. So my wife and I lead a community group for our church. And so we've moved to Zoom community group meetings where it's virtual. So we still do that once a week. We'll do that
Mhm.
tonight. So that's always nice, something to look forward to. We see everyone's face, even though we can't, do it. With my wife's family, we did a virtual trivia night where we had like 16 people in 4 different states log on, and we had someone lead us through trivia questions. So that's fun. But honestly, it's a ton of my kids using their imagination in the backyard and us just doing random stuff. I
Mhm.
feel like I've been in every Disney movie in the backyard in some role, and I'm glad that none of them have been recorded so no one can see them. But we're just trying to make the days go by and make the most of them, because it is a gift to get to spend extra time with my kids. So I can't let boredom keep me from having fun with my kids. So we're just doing our best to do whatever we can to have fun.
Yeah, I totally feel you. And
For
I've heard
sure.
that your birthdays, happy birthday, it happened just a
Oh
few days
yeah, it
ago.
did. Thank you. Yeah, I turned
Yeah.
30. Crazy.
Oh, wow. And how did you celebrate it? Did it was just like small gathering?
Yeah,
Had like
so my kids with my wife baked me my favorite cake, so that was very nice. I actually injured myself pretty badly the day before and had
Oh
to
wow.
spend a good chunk of my birthday at the hospital getting like stitches and glue to fix my
Nice.
ankle. So I'm still kind of propped up that way. But other than that, it was a great birthday. It was still fun. And I was able to be home the whole time and see my, my kids. They were, they sang happy birthday to me very cutely. So it was good.
And last question, what flavor was the cake?
Oh, so chocolate is my favorite. So it was like
Okay.
chocolate cake with like vanilla in between the layers with M&Ms on it, which I like a
Oh,
lot.
that sounds awesome. Okay,
It
thank
was
you so
good.
much, Mr. Colonna, for taking a bit out of your day and interviewing us. If you're watching this, make sure that you tune into our interviews and stuff. We have them every week, and I'm sure you'll love them, just like this interview. Thank you so much, Colonna. Again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Max.